guys, so I ended up bringing him to the vet. It just wasn't getting any better, but pretty much just did what I did. They drained it out. They just made a bigger opening, and we're gonna get some antibiotics. That way, hopefully, we can get this guy back to health a lot faster. But yeah, we had to bring him in.
Yeah, he did good for us.
Looking all right. What's up, guys? Just want to give everybody an update on Kong. If you guys watched the last couple of videos, I was doing a training video on the mask that he had right here. It was just super full of pus, and like his whole face was like just hanging down real nasty. And yeah, I just wanted to update you guys how he was looking, how he was doing. He's doing a lot better. This is Kong. He's a pup off of the Tyra Banks and Woo litter. Woo is a production of mine. Tyra Banks, top secret bully production. But the boy is super solid. He's super thick all the way through. But yeah, his face is a lot better. You guys can tell there's not hanging anymore. No little swelling. This is just his cheekbone right here. Cheekbone. You got those nice cheekbones. But the boy is super dope. I'm super grateful with his recovery and stuff. Took us a little while. I would say in total it was about like 3-ish, almost 4 weeks for full recovery for him. It was just a lot of consistent draining. At first, I thought it was draining too much. Like, I thought I was hurting him and stuff by like, you know, draining it every other night. But after doing it myself for a little while, it just wasn't going quickly enough, and I decided to take him into the vet. I did end up taking him to the vet. They told me I was doing everything correct. I just wasn't draining often enough. So what I ended up doing was draining every night instead of draining every other night. And instantly I started seeing a lot more progress in his infection in the cheek and stuff. They also did give me antibiotics because I was originally just giving him garlic to help like his body fight it off naturally. But the garlic, it did help a little bit. It did help reduce it just a bit. He was super swollen on the first like week or so, and then I started giving him garlic and the swelling went away, but the mass was still there in his cheek, and it just wasn't really getting better as fast as I would like. So I ended up taking them in. But all in all, they gave me some regular antibiotics. You can pick these up at pretty much any veterinarian. This is amoxicillin, 375 milligram tablets. And they gave me, you know, for like 2 weeks supply or something. I usually always keep extra here at home, just in case I ever have any issues or anything. Maybe dog's getting a little tussle or dog gets sick or anything. It's always good to have antibiotics on hand. But at the time that he happened to get sick, I didn't have any. So when I didn't see the results quick, I ended up just taking them in just to make sure that there was nothing serious going on. It was a kind of a harder mass, so I was just making sure it wasn't like cancerous or anything like that. So I did run some blood work that night, but everything came back normal. His labs came back normal. So yeah, we're super grateful with the vet, super grateful with Kong overall, how he did. And yeah, man, hopefully this helps somebody with their dogs, and hopefully, you know, this knowledge goes a long way for somebody else's kennel. I know when I first started with my kennel, there wasn't a lot of educational videos or like, you know, videos about wound care and stuff with the dog. So whenever I run into issues, I'm gonna try to be uploading the things that I do here at the house, because I do a lot of in-house procedures. For those of you who don't know, I do wound care, not only for myself but for my clients. So like I'll do sutures, suture removals, artificial inseminations. Like if you have a dog that got in a fight, I can pretty much mend it. I have like all my medical kit here. I also do ultrasound, so if you got anything going on inside, we can kind of look inside and see if maybe there's some irregular bowel movements or something, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, we can try to figure out and diagnose your dog here in the lab. Slowly, as I run into new issues, I start buying new equipment and kind of adding more stuff into the arsenal, but at the moment, it's just sutures and like basic wound care. I don't really have anesthetics here, so like I do simple like stitch ups. I don't really do big lacerations or anything like that, but anything that the dog can tolerate the pain wise, if I can clean it out, whatever, I'll try to do it here. But yeah, anything super serious, we'll still take them into the vet. But yeah, guys, hopefully this information helps somebody. Hopefully, you guys can take this back to your camp and, hopefully, learn how to drain your dog if you're having similar issues. So yeah, keep in mind, if you do have issue that you have mass buildup on the cheek or anything like that, or maybe just anywhere on the body, my veterinarian recommended daily draining it. And I was using blood draw needles. I do now have a thicker gauge needle, but I would highly recommend, if you're draining, use a thicker gauge needle, because when I did go to the vet, all they did was just open up that spot with like a scalpel, and they opened up a bigger incision in his cheek to allow for more blood and pus to exit. Once they were able to release all that, all the pressure came off, and then we started seeing faster recovery after that. That opening just allowed for everything to ooze out a lot better. So I just kind of kept it open for like the next 2 days, and then it was scabbing really fast. So I ended up going back to the needles. And the needles just worked for me. Like I said, I got a thicker gauge needle and it was just going a lot faster. So yeah, those are some things that I took from this, and hopefully you guys can take from this as well. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Catch you guys on the next one.